All right, I see your comments, and so we gotta talk about it, okay? Not a fun video to make, but a necessary one, and one I honestly, I don't have a problem making because it's human, and I will own up right now to the fact that I was wrong. And you know, it's always tough, like, do you make this video, do you not? But I don't want to be cowardly. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to hide. I don't want to act like I'm perfect. Like, no, let's be real. I'm a human. You're humans. Let's level. What's going on, guys and girls? It's Zach from SwitchForce, and today we talk about tomatoes thrown at me, taking the L, being wrong because I was wrong, and I will admit that I was wrong, and I want to explain what went down with the Nintendo Direct and how this just kind of crumbled quickly, oddly, and then there's a great big beautiful tomorrow. All right, so feel free to tell me I was wrong in the comments. You've earned it. I've earned it. Yeah, so basically the Nintendo Direct is going to be June 29th according to everybody, right? According to Alana Pierce, Video Game Chronicle, Nate Drake, Direct Feed Games, everybody is confirming that, hey, like, it's going to be at the end of the month. I made a video a week ago saying that I was 99.9% confident that the Direct was this week. Now, you've seen some of the information that had led me to believe that. Okay, one piece was that TMNT is coming out on June 16th. One piece is that Neon White is coming out on June 16th. Now, both of those games were covered in Summer Game Fest, and when I made my little proclamation, they had not yet been covered. And both of these games are integral to Nintendo Switch. TMNT Shredder's Revenge was shown off at an Indie World, and we also had Neon White shown off as a Switch console exclusive. It's also coming to PC, but it's a Switch console exclusive. So initially I thought, okay, these two games, that makes a lot of sense, right? They're coming out in the same day, random, quick announcement of, we haven't heard about a release date, so it's like, boom, like, they're just gonna be out there. And then there were other things that I don't wanna, like, I can't fully tell you, like, there's other pieces of information that led me to believe, like, okay, this is all lining up. We had these two games that I knew about, we had this other stuff that I heard and had been talking about, and that all just added up to, wow, it's gonna be this week on the 15th or the 16th based on a lot of different things. And I did include the historical nature of Nintendo, their patterns, when the other shows were, and I made the best educated, reasonable assumption. And I was very confident because I had three different things coming at me backing up sort of logic, right? I had TMNT, Neon White, and then my personal source thing. So I had those coming at me, and I was like, okay, I feel very good about this, and I want to make this video because I'm sure. And as it turns out, one, I was not sure, and two, I will never say 99.9% again. I messed up, I was wrong, and I'm sorry for leading you to think it was going to be this week when it's not, but know that, like, I fully believed it. Like, all last week, I was so excited. I changed my plans around to be here for the Nintendo Direct. All right, I'm taking a little road trip, and I switched things around so I could be here for the Direct. Like, I really believed that the Nintendo Direct was going to be in the next couple of days. I really firmly, strongly believed it. I was confident, okay? And then that just, I like to think, and I operate very cautiously. I've been doing YouTube for 12 years. I don't break embargoes. I don't try to sneak things by people. I don't try to, get codes sneakily or have like a jailbroken system, or I don't do any of that. I try to do everything the right and cautious way. And like the one or two times I've really kind of put like a bet or a prediction out there was with Animal Crossing. And those were always right. I had a streak going where I was like, boom, the update, boom, 2.0, boom, Brewster, boom, and I called it all, and I had it like all in a row, and so I was like, maybe I can be a little bolder. Now, obviously not on the right-wrong side of things. I'm not gonna break embargo, I'm not gonna, screw over people that trust me, I'm not gonna do any of that. But just in terms of, previously I might have been like, okay, like, there might be a Direct, but I don't know, I felt so confident, and it had worked out right in the past, and so it lined up, and I don't know, I guess I got a little ahead of myself. And I want to be a consistent, reliable source of Nintendo everything for you. I want to be the person you can come to when there's a direct, when there's not a direct, when you got a question about a game, when we're speculating about predictions, when breaking news happens, when Nintendo not treating their workers well, when something goes great for Nintendo, when there's, a sucky story, when there's a leak. I want to cover it all, and I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to trust it. And I hope that me telling you the reasons and how this came to be, and me owning up and apologizing and telling you that I will be extra cautious in the future, I hope that's enough. And another piece of this is that this is YouTube. Okay, like, yes, it's a job. Yes, I spend an ungodly amount of time on it. Yes, I do it every day. But it's also fun. And it's supposed to be fun. Like, there's no part of me at all, 0%, that considers this some sort of like New York Times journalism. Like, that is not me. That's not what this is trying to be. That's not what this is. This is video games. This is Nintendo. This is YouTube. And I think it's cool that it's supposed to be fun. I think it's cool that we get excited. I think it's cool that we anticipate and we speculate. And that's part of what makes this so interesting and so unique, and not just another journalistic website. And with Nintendo in particular, like the waiting game, the speculating, the predictions, the leaks, the rumors, the fun, that's so much of the excitement. Like, the directs are such a big deal because, yes, they announce games and they reveal games, cool. But they're also a huge deal because of the lead up, because we get so antsy for it, because we're so desperate to find out what's next from the big N. And I am blessed to be able to talk about all of that with all of you. I am so darn lucky to get to have fun on YouTube with you with Nintendo. It's huge, and there's just zero part of me. This isn't the Wall Street Journal. It's just not. It's really all I can do, and I hope it's enough for you. And I thank you for your continued support. I thank you for continuing to watch the channel, and I hope you'll join me for the actual direct. But it happens in this space, and it happens especially with Nintendo. Like, if we covered Xbox as much as we covered Nintendo, or we covered PlayStation, I think it would be easier to be more accurate all the time, just because there's not as much like weirdness, right? Like, Nintendo is being weird. They're going June 29th, at the end of the month, weeks after Summer Game Fest, weeks after E3. And it sounds like they're not going to announce it more than 48 hours ahead of time. And based on what we've seen and based on what I've read, Nintendo chose this, not because it was delayed, not because, there's, they wanted space from Summer Game Fest. They just did it because this is what they wanted to do. There was no big reason. There's no like special game they were waiting for. There's no trailer that just wasn't done in time. They weren't trying to get out of the way of anybody else, or anybody else get out of the... No, it's just like, that's what they wanted to do. And with Nintendo, they love the beat of their own drum. They really do. And you gotta respect it about them. You gotta love it about them, because it's what makes them unique, and it's what makes Nintendo special to be a part of, special to play, special to watch and follow, special to make videos on. And I made a mistake, and I'm only human, and I will probably at some point make another mistake in my life. I hope it's not about a Nintendo Direct, because, man, even when I'm sure, I'm going to be cautious. But I will make another mistake, and it's just like, I don't know. I saw someone say like, oh, you're right. I'm like, what? No, like, it's just my reputation. It was just a mistake, okay? It was just a mistake. And the good news is we do have a Nintendo Direct. And it seemed so solid. You ever have something that seems so right and then it's wrong? It feels like a relationship. It definitely had those. It seems so right and then they go wrong. But yeah, it's going to be a long 2 weeks. But I want to just get this out right away, because I've seen comments. I know people are talking about it, and it would be stupid and cowardly of me if I tried to pretend like it didn't happen. So, yeah, I was wrong about the Nintendo Direct, and I'm sorry. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, my wonderful friends, thanks again. SwitchForce out.